Hey, Crit Sandwich listeners, if you love our show as much as our moms do, get on iTunes or Apple Podcasts and leave us a review. Thanks. Add an extra squirtle of mayo for this week's Crit Sandwich. Welcome to Crit Sandwich. On Crit Sandwich, four friends play 5th edition D&D campaigns loosely based on some of our favorite films, TV shows, and video games. We use adult language, have inconsistent character voices, and often screw up the rules. If you're new to Crit Sandwich, go back to any episode 1. There are 4 campaigns ready for you to binge. For this campaign, our characters are monsters in the world of Pokemon, playing the plot of Mad Max Fury Road. I am Casey Sears, your DM for this campaign. To my left is Chuck Ventus.
Howdy ho.
And you are playing?
Charmander.
Across the table from me, Robbie Ponder.
Hello.
Your Pokemon of choice.
Ekans.
To my right, Matt Popich.
Hey.
What's your Pokemon?
Choppie.
Choppie. So this is Campaign 5, which I'm calling Mad Meowth Poké Road. And you guys have just escaped Meowth's citadel with 3 other Meowths, 3 lady Meowths, and 1 Kadabra. The Kadabra, from what you can tell, her name is Psychosa. She has like a prosthetic arm full of mechanical parts, as in ratchets and wrenches and all kinds of other things lodged in there. The 3 of you plus the 3 Meowths and Psychosa are all hanging out on the, not really hanging out, just having a quick powwow on the back of that truck. What do you guys have any questions? Have anything to say? The Meowths will actually introduce themselves. There is the one in black. She goes by Midnight. The one in white goes by Snow. There's one who's wearing a silver sheer outfit, and she is called Ice. And also, each one of you guys will be able to control 1 Meowth in combat. Go ahead and pull up those Meowth stats and select a Meowth.
What? Who is the one that saved me?
The one that saved you would be Midnight.
All right, I'm going to talk to Midnight and just tell her thank you for having the heads up and the strength to be able to save me, and I will select her as my sub-Pokemon. You
notice, now that you're up and close to her, that she is very, very pregnant.
I chose the knocked up one. So.
Hey, it means she puts out.
Oh, boy.
Not by her choice, because these are his brood.
Yeah.
Meowth's breeding brood. To create heirs.
We should stop there. Who all has seen the actual Mad Max Fury Road?
It's been a long time.
It's been a long time, yeah.
I know he impregnates.
Yeah. Okay.
Basically.
Yeah,
that's
everyone.
Yeah. These are right. So the main dude basically just has a bunch of chicks that he knocks up, and that's who is escaping for the most part. Is
Immortan Joe, has a concubine that he creates children with.
I will take Ice, because I think that's cool. Fire and ice. There you have it. That's my choice. So you get Snow, Robbie. Sorry. Should have spoke up quicker.
Are they all pregnant?
No, just Midnight.
What does it matter? Are you serious? They might be fighting and stuff.
On the Pokedex,
Matters
can you tell
so
me what
much.
page
She
Meowth's
saved
on?
you. She's a badass.
Well, I picked mine. I'm happy with. She saved me. So,
Meowth is on page 23.
Thank you.
what super pregnant feats does she get?
The just straight Meowth stats.
Okay. She doesn't even get the pregnancy feat in the Dungeon Master's Guide? No?
Nope.
Okay.
I don't think that's a thing.
It's not, but that would be funny. For some reason, mine won't pull up. Does anyone have their skill sets or anything? It says my Adobe is out of...
Keen smell. Pokemon has advantage on wisdom, perception checks that rely on smell, and their action is a scratch action. That's it.
What's that?
It's a melee weapon attack, +4 to hit, 5-foot reach, 1 target.
Sure.
It's 1d4 +2 slashing damage.
Cool.
I took a picture of it. Do you want me to send you a picture?
That should be sufficient. Thank you, though.
I will ask Snow if this is her first time escaping. She seems to be pretty good at this. Is this her first time escaping, or does she come here to set us free?
It was Midnight's idea to get you guys and bring you with us. We were just escaping for the first time. We've never been out of the Citadel.
And the Kadabra, is the Kadabra helping us? Does he do this often? Does she do this often?
No, she used to tell us. She's Meowth's general. She used to tell us about the Viridian Forest and the green place there, and she's saving us and she's escaping.
And she's doing this out of her goodwill?
She wants to be free too.
Wants to be free too. Was Meowth treating her bad as well?
Meowth treats everyone bad. He's cruel.
He is pretty cruel. He killed my Pokemon master, Mad Max. He was so loving.
What's a Pokemon master?
They're becoming a rarity in the world, but they kind of look over us and help us, and we have a unique bond between them. And now that bond has been broken. It's like a guide, a life guide that shows us what we should do to help us in combat, and very lovingly. I was once in a pet shop cage, and Mad Max came and he took me and he saved my life.
How could a slave owner be loving?
We don't consider ourselves to be slaves. Everything we did was because we are loved, and we loved him, and we can, as he would tell us what to do. We had the choice to obey or not to obey. We were not his slaves. It's hard to explain things if you haven't seen it before. It is a rarity in the world.
Psychosa, as you guys are talking, walks up. She says to you guys, "Listen, kids, I'm no fan of Max. He caused a lot of trouble. But I'm also not a fan of Meowth. He's a brutal dictator. He's destroying our food sources. If he stays in power, we'll all starve and die."
I'm sorry, Psychosa, is that the Kadabra?
Yes.
That's her name? Okay.
Yeah.
Sorry.
She says to you all, "I'm taking his brood, his books, and his brains." And she points at her own head when she says his brains. "His gangs and war machines will fall apart. Eventually society will clean up the mess he leaves behind. You ride with me and I'll take you to freedom. You betray or double-cross me, I will crush you." And when she says crush you, there's a toolbox in the back of the truck that just crumples when she says that.
Can you do an insight check on her just to see if she means what she actually says? Like, do I
Sure.
feel like she's telling the truth? I am oblivious to everything. I rolled a 1.
You take what she said
I believe you.
at face value. Do we have a deal?
I hold out my muscled, ripped arms in a show of handshakingness.
She reaches out her prosthetic arm for you to shake.
All right, I do it vigorously.
I have a very wide smile to my eyes, and I just nod my head. Yes. Without saying a word. Because I believe her.
I can say I'm okay with this, but not the part where I'm going to betray you and you kill me part. I don't like that part of this deal. I'm all for this ride.
Are you planning on betraying her or something?
No.
Then you don't have to worry about it.
I mean, I don't know her that well. I don't know you that well.
She says, "Well, let's get out of here.
Let's go.
I think Meowth might know what I took from him."
I'll drive. I don't say that. I'm sorry.
So you guys learn a little bit about this tow truck, and let me read some driving rules. Intelligence is the primary driving stat for control and attacks. Dexterity is the stat for defensive maneuvers if you ever find yourself behind the wheel of something. So operating the hook on the tow truck, you can move it from the left side, the rear, or the right side. You may attempt to attack or grab a vehicle with the hook. You can only attack when the crane or hook enters a space. So basically, if you swing it around, you can attack with it. You cannot attack or grab the same side twice in a row. Does that make sense? So if it's on you have to like kind of move it into that space to kind of hit it. Operating the hook is an intelligence attack roll. The larger the vehicle, the lower the difficulty.
Because it's easier to hit.
Correct. So that is going to be a way for you guys to board other vehicles. It will be a way for you to take out other vehicles and, do some dirty deeds.
Does the driver also the one that would operate the crane?
No. So the crane is operated by some controls and handles in the bed of the truck.
Oh, okay, cool.
So yeah, the Meowths were manipulating it in the last last round. So you guys climb into the cab as she takes off, and Psychosa is behind the wheel. You guys notice in the back part of the cab, it is full of like mechanic books. One of the Meowths says, because none of you guys can read, so you guys don't actually know that until one of the Meowths describes to you. These are Meowth's sacred tomes. These are what he and Furiosa used to maintain all of the vehicles. These from what I understand, the humans had shapes that meant sounds, and the shapes that mean sounds tell them how to fix all the cars and repair everything.
When they say Furiosa...
Psychosa, I meant.
Psychosa, sorry. Okay, so never mind. Psychosa and Meowth had those books. Okay.
Yeah, so apparently they could read all this mechanical stuff and make sense of it in order to kind of control their gangs. So Psychosa leaving is going to be a huge, huge problem for...
Big blow, yeah.
For Meowth.
I will say out loud, the Ekans in the room will say, so Meowth will definitely come for us.
Psychosa nods.
So what's the plan of escape then?
We have 2 routes.
71 north and 71 south.
That's right.
Yeah, more Cincinnati jokes.
Yeah.
You guys have the option to... Right now, you guys have been driving south from the Safari Zone, and it is not long before you reach the ruins of a city, long known as Fuchsia City. You guys can either take a route that's more direct, but could be more dangerous because it's over a very long bridge, or you guys can take the land route, which is a little more indirect. And I'll let you guys decide that, even though technically it's Furiosa's call, or Psychosa's call. God, I'm going to say that so many times wrong.
Yeah,
it's Psychosa's call.
So why is the bridge, do we know, is it under enemy hold, or?
Everything's under Meowth's control. So it's just going to be more narrow. You're not going to have a chance to, run, escape, hide. There could be barricades. There are checkpoints on the bridge.
Sure.
Psychosa is explaining to you. And also, you guys have probably maybe crossed that bridge with Max or something at some point, too. You guys have some knowledge of this world and how it works and how terrible and awful it is.
I think last time we crossed it, though, I was in my Pokeball.
Yeah, you
probably didn't use you to fight anybody.
I will ask Snow if she can do a Meowth impersonation. Since they look the same, can she talk like him?
I can't talk the human language.
Oh, that makes sense.
Oh, that's right. We are talking in Pokemon right now.
Yeah, so all of you guys can understand human, but you cannot speak it. And everyone is speaking and talking in Pokemon.
I'm glad we established that.
Yes.
Maybe we can let one of the Meowths ride a shotgun, all the rest of us hide, and the Kadabra drive, and the Kadabra can do all the talking, and we can, if there's any guards at this bridge, we can, deceive them that this is Meowth and they better move or they're going to die.
What does the bridge go over? Water?
It's
water?
a huge, long water bridge.
I don't know about that.
Yeah, I bet.
So we're worried about, we can just go around. It's just going to take longer, right? It's just
correct.
Right. Yeah, I vote around.
Yeah, let's go around.
Bridge sounds too risky to me.
Yeah, I agree.
Psychosa agrees, and she says, I think I might have some allies the other way as well. You guys start driving east down Route 15 out of the ruins of Fuchsia City.
Do you feel like we've got no rest at any sort?
Yes, we can go ahead and call this a long rest.
Cool.
Well, short rest and long rest will be pretty brief in this game.
Yeah.
That's good because we were in a fight and we took damage.
Oh, I got wrecked.
Ekans didn't get the joke because he went and sat in the front seat and buckled his seatbelt.
That fight was won. You didn't need me anymore. And I did take some damage. I got electrocuted.
Boom.
Nice. Such sacrifice.
I know.
So you guys are driving down desolate, ruined highways, the pale green glow of the sky, the occasional crack and crackle of lightning, green lightning above you. It is just dusty, just awful, barren wasteland you guys are trudging through. A large trail of dust follows your vehicle. You guys make a perception check.
Does it ever rain here?
Yeah.
Like heavy
poison,
rain? Or
poison,
just,
awful, toxic rain.
Okay. Ooh, 17 for Charmander. Or Charlie.
Solid got a 16.
5.
Charlie and Solid, you guys notice up ahead there's a large boulder, and you guys see the back of a vehicle kind of sticking out of the back from behind the boulder. Does that make sense? Like there are vehicles hiding behind a boulder.
In front of us.
Yeah, like far in the distance, kind of like closer towards your horizon line.
Yeah.
In the barren wastelands, there's, just some random boulders and some old, burnout buildings. And there's a boulder that's about the size of a house, like it's, giant rock. And you see the, like the back of a truck or something behind that, as if it's hiding there in wait.
I'll inform everyone that we've got company. And I'll kind of point in the direction of the boulder.
Psychosis says, good eye. She starts to go off-road and kind of drive wide of them.
So we just avoided them, I guess?
So you guys get closer and closer and then eventually pass them. And you guys see a handful of Pokemon kind of just hanging around on some trucks. And there's actually like a powdered blue El Camino, a small truck that's kind of all rusted and the cab's been kind of ripped off of it, kind of like an open top truck there. And they see you guys, but kind of off in the distance driving by.
Do we think that they're part of Meowth's gang? Do we get that impression that they're waiting for us?
Yeah, you would.
Okay.
What size is this thing compared to us?
Those vehicles are a little bit smaller than your vehicle.
I don't think we want to ram it then. It's stationary? It's not moving?
They're stationary right now, yeah.
Oh, we could ram them.
Yeah.
But that might be bad.
You would have to almost at this point double back or just turn straight to the side.
We've already kind of
Really
gone
close.
past them.
Yeah, you're
We,
starting to pass them.
Maneuvered around them.
Okay, so we'll keep going then.
Is the road safe ahead? Do we need to go off-road?
She wants to get back onto the road at some point.
So they've seen us, or no, haven't seen us yet.
They have seen you guys.
Have seen us?
Yeah, it's kind of hard to hide a tow truck, but you guys just are kind of further out. So you guys have some extra time to prepare instead of being jumped. They fire up their engines and all start hopping in their cars. You guys hear some hooting and hollering in the distance, and they hit the gas pedal and try to catch up to you guys.
All right. We should talk about where we're going to go. Who's going to take what spot?
Before they start riding, I'm going to ask the Kadabra if it can push the boulder. Is it strong enough to be able to move that boulder?
It's too big.
Too big.
Is Psychosis, she driving the vehicle?
Yep.
She is, okay.
She is the intelligence Pokemon.
I'm not the smartest Pokemon, but I guess I'm going to go man the crane, I guess. Right?
Yep.
Yeah.
Sure.
I'm going to go grab the controls of the crane and just get ready to swing that shit. Unless somebody's smarter than me wants to get on it.
I got a -2 intelligence, so.
I would put... What are our Meowths? I would put one of them on it.
They're -2.
Oh, sorry. No, mine's -2.
So's mine. Get ready.
Yeah. We're going to have some rolls here, you guys.
Can I, at this point, gather up a bunch of stuff that I could throw?
Yeah, absolutely.
Okay.
So,
Rocks, maybe, I don't know.
Wrenches and tools.
Yeah, anything that...
yeah, there are some wrenches and tools. Psychosis says don't get rid of all of them. Absolutely. There's always going to be something for you to toss.
Okay, cool.
Including, it's just if you wanted to have picked up some rocks and things.
Yeah, I figured.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
All right, those two vehicles are in pursuit, and they start gaining ground. Apparently, this tow truck is not the fastest vehicle, but it is very, very sturdy.
Deal.
You guys see in that powder blue El Camino. Oh, yeah, actually, do you guys want to do anything else to prepare?
Who's getting on the crane?
I got on it. Charmander.
A guy with ranged?
Well, I'll have Ice get on it. Actually, because I'm controlling Ice.
I say...
She's a Meowth.
Yeah, I know. I say... if can we have Midnight on there? She's pregnant. I don't want her anywhere near combat.
Sure.
Thanks, bitch.
Me?
I don't respond, then I just walk away. And I smack Midnight in the ass and say, get up there, do your job.
Ice, you're with me.
She scoffs and says, I was not running from Meowth to be treated like this.
Get in there.
She rolls her eyes and begrudgingly goes to the controls.
You're pissing off your NPC, Matt.
Machop sucks. He's just a fighter. He doesn't know anything else. He's stupid.
All right, Ice. So they're trailing behind us. Is there anything else other than the crane that we could use to like bash into the vehicle? I guess like there's probably like tools and stuff. I guess.
Yeah, there's tools
like
and stuff, some saws and some.
So the Meowths were like throwing tools before. So I guess Ice will run to one of the tool chests and just grab like a wrench or something like that to prepare. She'll prepare an action to toss a wrench as soon as the first vehicle that gets close enough. She'll toss it. So.
Sure.
And then I'll also prepare an action with my lava plume.
All right.
Once I get within range to shoot at them, or shoot a burst of fire at them.
Ekans, where you going to be?
So I imagine on this tow truck there's tool boxes on the left and right side.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
So if there's a saw, is there any way? I'm thinking that there might be some like loose cables, and I can rig up something to make it be where it's kind of pointed up as it would pop some tires.
Wait, loose cables to pop tires?
I don't understand.
No, I'd like this saw, and then I would tie something to it for it to stand straight up, and then when I throw it out, it's going to stand straight up and pop some tires as something a vehicle runs over top of it.
Yeah, there would be like some extension cord, some electrical extension cord you could tie up to it, and then maybe you can put maybe some like maybe find some sort of way to attach like sockets to the side so it just has a flat back, or like maybe like one of those roller things that a mechanic would use to slide under stuff.
Right.
Maybe you find one of those roller beds, and so you want to put like nails and metal parts and stuff on that.
Correct.
And yeah, we can do that. So you can throw it out there and try to pop some tires.
Right.
Let's do it.
Give me a roll and see if I can make it.
You're gonna need some help for sure because
everyone here is dumb.
My girlfriend.
I don't know who you're gonna have.
My girlfriend Snow is gonna help me.
All right.
Your girlfriend Snow.
Maybe roll like you can choose like survival or intelligence or something like that.
I think intelligence fits this situation.
No, because intelligence I have a -2, so I'd rather do survival. So just one die, or I have to like roll for her to help too. What are you saying here?
Oh, you'd have help. Roll with advantage.
19.
Yeah, there you go. So you rig up a great little roller thing with some nails and spikes and stuff hammered through it, and maybe Machop is even helping you nail some of that stuff through. Yeah, absolutely. Let's think if there's anything like extension cord or anything else. Like if you need a lasso or something, Machop, or something else, kind of more fun to use.
Okay. Yeah, I'm cool with maybe like a whip.
Yeah.
How's a whip instead of a lasso?
Sure. Yeah, you grab some cable and stuff and use your teeth to bite off the tip and leave some of the frailed metal bits, and now you have a little whip with whatever the range is in the handbook.
Cool.
Which is, I think, 10 feet?
Yeah, that sounds right. It's reach, so 10 feet, yeah.
So I move this mechanic thing with the nails and saw sticking up. I move it to the back of the tow truck, getting ready to push it off.
All right. Chuck, you got anything else to add?
Nope, I'm good.
All right. So I guess who has the farthest range? 120 feet.
That's me. Yep, with my lava plume.
Let's go ahead and roll for initiative.
14.
15. Do we need to roll for our Meowths as well?
They'll go on your same turn.
Oh, okay. So 15.
Solid got a 10. Yeah, solid 10. Did you guys do any any proficiencies in your skills?
No.
Okay.
I did one, I did whatever my background was, and I did what background I thought, I did like a performer, because Machop's supposed to be like a gladiator type person. So I have acrobatics, performance, and stealth.
If you guys just want to pick 3 randomly, that's fine with me. Or, I feel like an Ekans would be good at stealth. I feel like Charmander would be good at making toast.
Making toast?
Yeah.
He's pretty good at that.
Get you guys on an even playing field.
So no proficiency bonus either, right, Matt? You didn't do a proficiency bonus?
Yeah, you have.
Should be 2.
No, I mean up here. So it is +2?
Yeah, if you're proficient in it.
Why would you select proficiencies if you're not actually going to get a bonus from it?
Yeah.
So an Ekans would probably be acrobatics and
Yeah.
some sort of
stealth.
wisdom or something. Or maybe, stealth would be a good one.
I'm going to do
Just
sleight of
like
hand
slither.
sleight of hand with my tail.
Slide a tail.
Yep.
Slide a tail.
All right, so your truck is on has left Fuchsia City, and it is driving through an old abandoned forest that most of the trees have been just burnt down to stumps. And you guys took a wide berth around those vehicles, and you had some minutes there to prepare for it. But now you guys are making your way back to the road. The El Camino and the truck were following you guys off-road, and now they're making their way back to the road as well. We'll say the El Camino is in the front. It is about 120 feet away. And at this point, you can see that there is, behind the wheel, a Caterpie. There are 2 Pidgeys kind of hanging on to the side, one on each side. And then on the back, there is a catapult in the bed of the El Camino where a Shelder sits, ready to be launched.
Shelder.
It's a big, clammy looking Pokemon.
Huh, I must have missed that one.
Shelder is, I was realizing this as an adult now, looking at Pokemon. It basically looks like a vagina with a clitoris. That's a big pointy needle.
Oh. Interesting.
It's like a big, dangerous pointy clitoris.
Better watch out for that.
Yeah, which is kind of hilarious.
Sounds terrible.
Yeah, exactly. Oh, Chuck, you're first.
Sorry.
They.
I'm at a disadvantage. I'm going to shoot. I had readied in action to shoot lava plume at them. They're 120 feet away.
Yep.
My range is 60 to 120, so I'm at a disadvantage here. So.
Oh my goodness. Oh.
220s.
Wow.
Damn.
Is it a crit sandwich?
So are you attacking the ground in front of them, or are you attacking the car? Are you
I would
attacking...
say I would shoot the car. It's the biggest thing I can see. So.
Okay.
Is that a crit sandwich? What do I do?
Roll 2d20 to see if it's a
If I roll
sandwich.
2d20s here, we're going to stop recording. I'm going to the casino. So I rolled 2 4s.
Wow. Well, dice are in alignment.
Mhm.
It's pretty lame.
I think it was still pretty cool rolling 2 4s the second
sure.
try.
So lava plume is 3d6 fire damage, so it's 6d6. Is that correct?
Yeah.
I'm doubling my damage.
Is that one you got from someone else?
Yeah.
Then it should be... Was that other thing that you got that skill from, did it also have the same fire?
No, that's part of the Charmander trait.
Okay,
So
but that other fire creature didn't have that same trait?
Mm-mm.
So it would be 4d6.
Oh,
So it'd be 8d6.
8d6. Hey, can I borrow some d6s over here?
Yep.
Thanks. I'm just going to take them. Holy shit. So 26
Wow.
fire damage.
So you just absolutely you breathed in, your chest is huge and puffed, and you blast a sphere of fire that goes straight into the grill of this car, and you hear a pop and see an explosion, and you see light and flames popping out the side. It has one of those engines that are cut out of the top of the hood, and you see flames exploding from it, and one of the Pidgeys flies off of the side and tumbles into the dirt below. But all of that heat and flame in the engine also makes it catch up a little bit faster to you.
Damn.
But you definitely did some damage to that.
Gave him a little boost.
Yeah, he gave him a little boost.
Sounds like it, yeah.
But also you just see it's like violently shaking now as it's riding, like it's unstable. Matt, can you outdo that?
No, I didn't. I was like sitting here hoping, like, God, I hope I don't have to follow that shit.
Do I evolve?
Yeah, I figure I'll toss a wrench at that same group that just got engulfed.
It's 120 feet, so
Oh.
I don't think or 100 feet now or something.
No, then I'll probably ready an action if they get within range
Okay.
that I feel I would try and attack.
What is
Yeah, Robbie, you're next.
what is Midnight? What is her ready to action? Are you going to get her to ready in action? Chuck, did your Meowth take a turn?
She
Not much for
was
them to
readying
do.
an action to throw a wrench, so she's not going to be able to throw it that far as well.
And Matt, where is the crane location right now?
Toward the back, toward them,
Okay.
because Midnight's on there.
All right.
Do I need to roll separately for her?
No, I mean, it's fine.
Okay.
It's just when you're trying to hit something with it.
Yeah, so it's all the way toward the back.
All right.
How far out does the chain extend? That'd be a question. You could drop the chain and let it drag back, and then
So that would slow us up.
would it? They're gaining on us anyway. So
It could hit something and catch
Yeah.
and really mess you guys up, but
Yeah,
Do it.
it could like literally rip off the whole thing if it like gets snagged on something.
do
so.
it, chaos.
We can eventually rig something up, like some cables on it. I'm pretty sure a tow truck would have a whole bunch of chains. Is it solids up?
yes, solid is up.
I will tell Snow to ready her action to push this cart that we have rigged up to spike some tires. And I will actually crawl up the crane at the very tip of it to where, where the chain part comes down. I will wrap myself around the tip of it. I'll wrap myself around there a couple of times, and I will ready my action to acid spray when they come in to 60 feet.
Nice.
I was just nodding my head. I was going to say,
All right.
but just the tip. But
You're like,
I was like, should I say it? Should I not?
Still better than that.
we're looking at him like, are you
Used to
going to
be.
say something? And then he's just over there nodding the whole
I
time.
knew. I knew the whole time in my head. I was
You
like,
knew nothing.
You knew nothing, Jon Snow. I was worried about saying that I'm wrapping myself around the tip, but
It did not even cross my mind. All right, so the vehicles close about another 30 feet of distance. The truck, and now you guys are getting a better view of the truck. The truck is in the rear. The cab I mentioned was ripped off the top, and that's because a slowpoke is kind of squeezed in there driving this truck. And there are 4 pollywags in the back of the truck.
How's he gaining on us? If he's a slowpoke. Oh, sorry.
oh boy,
Terrible.
that's a great joke
My
after the tip joke.
With his gas pedal. So that El Camino that just took that hit, though, is going to close the gap, and it's probably about, we'll say, 60 feet away. It's got a lot of oomph and a lot of power, and that catapult in the back is going to launch that shelter onto the back of your guys' truck, and it and just flying through the sky, spinning in a spiral, is a giant shell. And as it's flying in towards the air, towards you guys, do you guys want to use your readied actions to start chucking stuff at it? Because it is coming right at you.
I will.
Yeah. Ice will throw that wrench that she she grabbed out of the toolbox.
Nice. Roll to hit.
Roll to hit. Disadvantage, I guess, because of the way it's flying. Yeah. Would this be dexterity? Yeah. 16.
Let me actually double check shelters. AC. Oh, 16 hits.
Boom.
I thought it being a shell was going to have better armor.
Oh, crap.
I would have thought so too.
What would the damage be with a wrench? Her dex is +2.
We'll do 1d4 for improvised weapon.
D4? 3 + 2 is 5.
Is that him?
Oh, I'm sorry. I meant cloister.
Oh, cloister. I was like, I don't see a vagina anywhere in there. I think you might have problems, man.
Sorry, this whole time
You need to get out.
Cloister.
I was like, I mean, your brain's in the right place, but I don't know.
Okay,
Anyway.
so sorry. The way this PDF is ran out, shelter is by the drawing of cloister,
Okay.
which looks like that, right?
All right, now we're cooking with gas. There
Okay,
it is. That's
so
the total
shelter-
vagina with a, yeah, all right.
Yeah. So shelter is the thing being launched at you. So it is the goofy shell thing with the tongue being launched.
Okay.
So not cloister, because cloister has a challenge of 6 and would
Is this some Mario Kart stuff where you're getting a turtle shell tossed at us, kind of?
kind of, yeah, a whole bit.
I love it.
All right, so the shelter with its eyeball and its flappy tongue is flying towards you through the air. It gets hit by a wrench, but it keeps flying, bounces right off its shell. And then next, who else had a prepared action?
Yeah, I threw a rock at it. I got a 14 with
14
disadvantage.
hits.
Oh, it does.
Yeah.
It's a lower AC because it's a...
I hit for 3... No, because of plus strength. So 5 damage.
All right. And then did you shoot an ember at it too?
Did I have enough time to ready an action after shooting that
Oh,
huge...
no, you wouldn't have.
Yeah.
Sorry.
So I readied my action to do some acid, and I got a 17, and that is 6 acid damage.
Nice. Yeah, you guys soften up its shell before it lands. Who would be in the very back?
Probably Snow. She's holding that cart, getting ready to push it down.
And it just whizzes right by Snow and then tumbles and is now in the right next to the cab. And it kind of shakes and its eyeballs open up on its weird black body and its tongue pops back out of its shell.
Is it... sorry, I don't know if I misheard this, but like they shot it out of a catapult. Is
Yeah.
it connected to anything?
The catapult?
The cloister.
No.
It's not? Okay.
Or the shelter.
Or the
Sorry. I was thinking of... So shelter is the thing that was in the catapult, but I was looking at the cloister picture the whole time.
Ah.
So, right, it looks like it's...
Okay, I see what's going on. Shelter is
Shelter is-
that
yep.
guy. Okay, so the shelter is not connected to anything. Correct. All right. Cool.
Okay, so you guys resolved all the prepared attacks. The shelter is on the truck, and the truck's about 15 feet long, the bed of it. And so it's at the end of the bed next to the truck. It is back to Chuck's turn.
Can I run up to the shelter and do like use my tail to like swipe it off the edge of the truck?
You can make like a strength. I mean, it'd be a strength contest.
Yeah, I'll do that.
It'd be one to grab and then one to toss.
I rolled a 2.
It rolled a 1. Do you have +0? Or-
My strength
yeah.
is actually a +3, so 5.
Nice. So yeah, you have grabbed it, and then you
Alright.
can use another action to on your next turn to toss it.
Oh, my next turn. Okay.
Yeah, you're fighting it and its tongue, and right now you have it grappled.
There you
and
go.
then your next turn you can try to toss.
I'll just Charlie just goes and picks it up like, what do I do? Just like hold. I'll hold it out like a board for Choppie to do a karate chop on it.
So you're going to grab it and kind of spin it around
And spin it around.
as you're trying to chuck it off.
Yeah.
All right, Matt.
Yeah, that's the plan.
Choppy. Choppy, karate chop. Hit
Yeah, I'm going to go try and search for some squishy parts
it. All right.
here with my fist.
You have advantage.
19 plus 7.
Yes.
Is he a medium or small? What is he?
Tiny.
Tiny, so that I don't get any extra damage. The bigger they are, I hit harder on bigger stuff.
Oh, you hit bigger on harder or bigger stuff.
Yeah, the bigger it is, I do extra damage.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's cool.
Yeah, no. 7 damage.
Karate chop it into its shell, and it starts to show a good crack going down the back of it. Does
Would ice-
Midnight say
Midnight-
do anything? Does she move the... Because right now, both the vehicles are right behind her, and if she's going to swing and try to grab them, she needs to move it to the side.
Okay, so yeah, she was going to do that then.
The left side or the right side?
Right side.
I totally forgot about ice as well. Would she get an ability or an attack
she
as well?
could claw it, yeah.
Yeah, she could scratch it. Should I just go ahead and roll for that?
Yeah, go ahead.
It's a 1. 17 plus 4. 21. 4 damage. Or slashing damage. On this poor little thing that's being held by Charlie the Charmander.
Dude, whatever. He's a bad guy.
All right, now we're to Robbie.
We could get him on our side.
What do you know about him that leads you to that conclusion
This poor
exactly?
guy was launched out of a catapult.
He has on his shell, he has a big M painted on it.
Oh, no, this dude.
In gold paint.
And you can tell he's super high from the drugs, right?
Yeah, and his eyes are real.
He's got red glazed over eyes.
Yeah, real creepy looking.
So after they launch this shelter, am I getting the impression, is the first vehicle, the El Camino, is it keeping its range and it's going to keep launching more Pokemon?
Possibly.
Can I investigate that?
As your action?
Yeah.
Sure.
19.
You see, after that catapult was launched, you see one of the Pidgeys going to the back of the El Camino and messing with the catapult, as a third Pidgey that you have not seen yet also is climbing. So there are Pidgeys moving towards that catapult as if they're going to use it too. So there's like a little clown car action happening here as they're starting to pop out of the inside of the cab.
So they keep going to the catapult.
Yeah.
So I actually got a 17. I forgot mine. It just still doesn't matter. Okay.
Yep.
So after I see that, I'm going to go ahead and tell Snow, I'm like, they're keeping their distance. Push it off. And she pushes it off. The cart with all the nails and spikes and the saw on there to flatten a tire. Sure. She pushes it off.
So that probably has a reach of, I'd say, probably like 20 feet. And it's still not, you're still not close enough for it to hit, but it'll just dangle in the back. And they'll probably make like a dexterity save to see if they hit it. Does that make sense? So when someone gets close, they'll save to dodge it. Does that work?
Yep.
All right.
So I don't have to roll anything.
Nope. So speaking of that catapult car maintains its distance. It's probably like 40 to 50 feet away. The truck speeds up on the left side around it, passes the El Camino, and it's running up on the left side. All of the Poliwags all go to the right side and start spitting water towards the back of the truck.
Ooh. Water?
Yep.
They're all aimed for Charmander's tail.
Good. I'll start making my next character.
Yep.
And they're probably about 40 feet away at this point, so they're at disadvantage. One shoots at the Ekans that is on the crane. 18 to hit.
Got me.
3 bludgeoning damage.
Okay.
Another one shoots at, we'll say, ice on the back of the truck. Misses. Another one shoots at ice as well. Misses. Another one shoots at snow. Does a 9 hit? I don't think so.
Misses.
What was that second one? Did the second one hit ice?
No, they both missed.
They both missed, okay.
Yeah, they're at disadvantage right now.
Rock and roll.
And that slowpoke looks back at the back of the truck. You see its eyes, like the pupils, dilate real big and start to glow. Chuck, I need Charlie to make a DC 10 Wisdom saving throw as he casts Confusion on you.
I rolled an 8.
Oof. This could be bad.
So he does 5 psychic damage.
Okay. I was worried you were going to jump off the car or something.
No, it's just,
I was like,
it's just
brutal,
psychic
man.
damage.
See ya. Get my next character.
I don't know. In your head, you feel like a headache and pressure, and your skull hurts. You have a brief vision of your Pokemaster being stabbed to death, and it's horrifying and frightening.
Not good. I shriek out in pain, Charlie!
No.
All right, and at this moment, you guys see a third vehicle. This one is a dune buggy coming almost perpendicular from your right side. In that vehicle, there is a Bellsprout and a Magnemite. The Bellsprout is the one behind the wheel with its little viney arms. And the Magnemite is it's all spray painted gold. And it's just heading straight for the side of the truck. Probably about 100 feet away.
We got some
further
vehicles
up.
chasing us.
Yeah, there's a lot.
We need to get that crane operating.
Yeah, well, they only just became in range, so.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're still...
So a ways off.
Yeah, they need to be like adjacent to you guys, basically, to hit them with that crane. For you guys to climb over there or to strike them with it. All right, so we're back to Chuck.
Was the Slowpoke in the truck that I shot the first time?
The Slowpoke is in the truck, not in the El Camino. You hit the El Camino.
Oh, I hit the El Camino? Okay, what's the distance between the two?
There's probably only like 10 feet in between the two. One's right behind you and the other's coming up on the left.
Okay,
and then the truck's like a little bit ahead, so maybe 15
feet. Distance from
feet.
us, they're about...
The distance of the truck is about 40 feet.
40 feet, okay. I'm going to shoot my... either one. I guess I'll try and hit that El Camino one more time to try and take it out of the equation.
Sure.
So I'm going to shoot my lava plume at them again, just to try and destroy the car, I guess. So, man, 12.
You blast fire and it just lands right down in front of the El Camino as it drives over it.
Dang. I guess I'll have ice go and grab
Wait, weren't you holding a shelter?
Oh, wait, yeah, that's right. I was. I can't do that.
Let's go back a second.
Yeah,
You're
sorry
holding
about
a shelter.
that. I totally forgot about that.
Cheater.
I'm sorry.
Would you like to throw it off the back of the truck?
Yeah, I'm just going to throw it.
We'll do a second strength contest here.
Oh, 7.
-2. I'm sorry, -1.
I'm getting pretty lucky on this. I'm going to chuck him off the edge.
Yeah, you chuck him off the edge, and that truck holding the Slowpoke, chunk, chunk, just runs right over it as it shatters, and you hear it scream.
Perfect.
Terrible. For it. Good job.
I don't think it would scream. It has a big tongue. It just go...
Yeah.
Squishing it.
With all the air getting pushed out of them.
One whoopee cushion joke there.
Oh, and sorry, during the previous turn, you guys saw that there was a Pidgey kind of in that catapult now.
Sure.
Ready to be slung.
Ice will go and grab another wrench and just prepare to throw that.
Okay.
So just grab another tool, a screwdriver.
Right.
Phillips head.
All right, so Matt, your turn.
Yeah, so Midnight is going to go ahead. So the crane, our truck's crane, was all the way on the right side, and a car pulled up along our left, correct?
Not alongside, but getting pretty close, about 40 feet away.
Oh, so not even close. Never mind. Then, so the driver of that one, I'm going to have Choppie throw a wrench at that guy.
All right, the Slowpoke.
16?
Hits.
That would be 10 damage.
From a wrench.
Nice.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, he was just concentrating on doing some confusion to Charlie, and you hit him, and his eyes go back to being normal looking. You whopped him right on the side of the head.
And then, I want Midnight to kind of ready in action if something gets close enough to swing the crane.
All right.
That's my turn.
All right, so right now it's on the right, so she can attack something directly behind you.
Okay, so one side is basically a turn.
Yes.
Okay.
So you should probably move it to the rear.
Yeah, I'll move it to the rear then.
That's the one creeping up on you.
Yeah, if they're coming on the left side, I want to move it to the rear.
All right. Next up.
The truck with all the water Pokemon on it. There's 4 water Pokemon that's being driven by the Slowpoke.
Yeah. Poliwags.
And their range, I think you said 40 feet?
They're 30-60.
30-60. I know it's kind of loud and we're getting a lot of speed and all the sound from all these vehicles is getting pretty loud. So I kind of stick my tail in the boom of the tow truck. I don't know what you would call that. Because I'm trying to amplify my sound of when I rattle my snake tail.
Okay. Sure.
So I stick it up in there, and it makes a louder sound to be able to be heard over these vehicles. And you must do an 11 DC Wisdom saving throw, or become frightened for 1 minute.
Is that the Slowpoke and the Poliwhirls, or?
Yes, all the Poliwhirl and the Slowpoke.
Okay. We'll start with the Poliwhirls. What's the DC?
11 Wisdom.
Or Poliwags. 1 fails. I got a 20, a 20, an 18, and a 6. And
man, it's a hot die.
Yeah.
Pretty good.
And the Slowpoke got an 18. So
I think it's still too loud for them to hear me rattling my tail.
Probably. A lot of motors, a lot of engines, a lot of combat. So what happens when they're afraid of you? That one
So they can repeat the saving throw at the end of their turn.
Jumps off the car.
So they become frightened.
Okay, so frightened, I believe means they just use the most of their movement to get as far as possible.
I think so, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. All right, so on its turn, it will be frightened.
So Snow, she will use her action to dodge. And she would jump on the top of the toolboxes and make herself the easiest looking target. While everyone else is throwing wrenches, she will jump up there and use her action to dodge.
All right, it is the enemy vehicle's turn. Flying through the air are 2 Pidgeys flying at the back of the truck, and they are like rockets flying, we'll say, straight at Machop.
No. I have 14 AC.
They fly in beak first, and one rolls 21 and the other rolls a 13.
21 hits.
And does 6 slashing damage as it flies right by you with its beak and then turns and squawks at you threateningly.
I don't like it.
And the other one that missed kind of tumbles along the side and ends up next to the crane, right next to Midnight. All right, so that El Camino continues to maintain its distance, and you guys would see 2 more Pidgeys climbing out of the cab. The truck on the left is closing distance and gets right up alongside the tow truck.
The thing that was going to spike the tigers, does it get close to that first?
It's on the left-hand side.
It's on the left-hand side. So I was thinking something right behind you would get the...
Okay.
Would get that. So, yeah, it's driving up on the left-hand side, and there are... See, one of the Poliwhirls just is completely frightened and runs off the back of the truck and jumps to its death. And...
Sorry.
Just...
Lemmings?
It just jumps right off.
Yeah, it just jumps right off and tumbles. It tucks and rolls as it jumps off because it is frightened. 2 of the Poliwags spit at the Ekans. Oh, gosh, I rolled 2 1s.
Wow. The anti-chuck.
Yeah. And then the third is going to attack at disadvantage. And also, geez, rolls a 1 at Snow. So all those Poliwags miss, but as they're coming up along the left side, I believe Midnight had an action to swing that chain.
Yeah.
Is she going to just try to strike the vehicle, or is she going to try to hook it?
Yeah, hook it under its... So if it's on the left side, hook it under the bottom, basically.
Okay. Yeah, she sweeps low with the crane, roll to hit.
With intelligence?
Yeah.
And it's -2, so that'll be a 1.
All right. Yeah, so it rolls and just scrapes along the ground and doesn't quite get there. Now that crane is on the left side.
Sure.
The dune buggy to the right is closing and has about 20 feet of distance. And it's kind of like almost up in front of you, really, because it's trying to intersect and ram straight into your guys' truck now at this point. Oh, Slowpoke. Slowpoke looks at that. Actually, Slowpoke will look at Snow, who's dancing there, and will focus his eye. So I need a wisdom saving throw from Snow.
Ooh. 7.
7 does not cut it. She takes 7 damage.
She's hurt. She's bleeding from her ears from this.
Yeah, I was wondering what her... she's a suicide machine after trying to escape here. She went on the back and started dancing.
Yeah.
She's some kind of messed up.
She likes to dance.
Or she's got someone controlling her that doesn't give a shit about her.
You guys are attacking stuff. She's going to be the defender.
Yeah, you hate her so much.
I will say the El Camino is just out of range. It has gained a bit more and is just out of range of the spikes that you dropped. It doesn't see them in the dust and the chaos. All right, so you guys have a truck immediately on your left side, an El Camino about 25 feet behind you, a dune buggy on your right about 20 feet away that is probably about to ram you.
Who's up next?
Top order?
Probably me.
Chuck.
I will climb up onto the roof of the truck. The vehicle that is about to ram us, I'm going to shoot a lava plume at them I don't know who's driving it, but
It's the Bellsprout.
the Bellsprout. Yeah, I'm going to aim at them. They're, how close are they?
Probably
Within
from
60?
where you're at, like 25, 30 feet.
All right, I'm going to try and hit them before they hit us. 17.
Hits.
Hey, I'm going to borrow some of these D6s again. Sorry. 15 fire damage.
Describe your kill, sir.
Damn.
It's super effective.
Yeah. Super effective. I just like charge up a ball of fire in my mouth and just go char, and you just see it fly towards the vehicle, and it just like bursts into a huge explosion. Yeah, and you just see the little, what was it, a Bellsprout just fly out the windshield and just kind of like tumble.
It was a dune buggy. So
Oh, Dune Buggy. Okay, the Dune Buggy just like bursts into a huge explosion. You see the Bellsprout just kind of like fly out the front, just kind of like a tumbleweed
yeah.
on fire, just kind of like charred up.
Bam.
Just,
And when you knocked her off, she pulled the wheel to one side, so it's spinning. The dune buggy itself is spinning and smoking and on fire but it's still kind of moving your general direction, but it's not going to ram you directly.
boom. Perfect.
And the Magnemite on the front is still there.
On the front of the Dune Buggy?
Yeah.
So we're just like leaving him in the dust, I guess, or
You'll
Or is he
see.
still behind
oh, is he
us?
driving the wheel?
Yeah.
No, he was on the front, like by the motor,
Oh,
or like
okay.
on the hood of it, just like waiting. He was going to do something when he rammed.
Oh, but he's dead now.
No, he's still there.
Oh, he's still there. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, so the buggy's still right behind us.
The buggy is, you guys are now passing the buggy as it's kind of spinning.
Oh.
And so that Magnemite's like kind of right on the right.
Okay.
I'll have Ice throw that wrench that she was holding at the Magnemite right in the eyeball.
All right.
So if she can hit it.
It's going to be a disadvantage. It's spinning in a circle. It's
That was a
flying
9.
by.
That was a 9 plus 2. I don't think that's going to hit 11.
Okay. Yeah, it's
Plus
moving
2
really
dex.
fast.
Yeah, that's not going to hit. So that's my turn.
Cool.
All right. Next up is Matt. What
So,
you got?
yeah, so the one is still to the left of us, correct?
Yeah.
Okay, so I kind of imagine the truck cable chain that Midnight is controlling is maybe below it since it missed.
Sure.
Okay, so I want to have her just like yank it up.
Okay, we can do that.
Intelligence again?
Yep.
It's a 5.
Nope.
Oh, shit, man.
She's just not good. I don't. She's just not good at operating it, so I wouldn't do any better. But I want to throw a bone at the Slowpoke. 18,
Hits.
11 damage.
You hit that damn slow poke in his head again, and his eyes go across from where he was when he was concentrating on that confusion attack, and he is just like tongue hanging out, drooling, like dizzy, like on the wheels. The truck is starting to weave back and forth as he's starting to kind of lose it after a couple headshots. He's looking bad.
That's my plan. That's it for me.
All right, so Robbie, what you got?
So I picture these controls for this crane, as Snow can come from the opposite side and still control it as well.
Midnight is like actively using all the controls, so I don't know what doing more, because it's already it's in movement, it's
Okay.
being operated.
Yeah.
So you can't have more than one operator. I will remind you, there are 2 Pidgeys on the back of this truck right now. The ones that flew over, that were catapulted in. The El Camino is probably about 25 feet away. The buggy is spinning out on your right, and that truck is kind of weaving back and forth on the left with the Slowpoke. You're looking pretty shitty.
And the Slowpoke truck has the 4 Poliwags.
Yep. 3.
3. Yes, 3, because one jumped off. I would do my acid spray to the Slowpoke and spray him with acid.
All right.
I rolled a 3 plus.
An 8.
8 hits.
Wow.
AC is 8.
Is it really?
It's really bad.
10 damage.
Describe your kill, sir.
So it's a bit hard to spray this acid. He has a windshield that's kind of broken up. So as I spray it, hits the front of his windshield and starts melting through, and the air pushes it upon his body and starts burning his body.
Yeah, and he completely loses control as he starts to faint. The weaving back and forth he was doing from taking that wrench to the head gets more and more, wider and wider and wider, until he just hits the side of a burnt down tree, and the truck flips forward, and all of the Poliwags start flying off, and just splattering and sputtering in a fiery explosion.
I'll take it. I think my kill count is like 5 now.
Nice.
All right.
Snow, after being hurt, she feels the blood coming out of her ears a little bit. So she...
Probably dance some more, right?
Yeah, hits herself in the head with a hammer.
Shoots herself in the foot.
Right, yeah. Robbie hates her so much.
There are 2 Pidgeys there that are probably prime targets.
She goes into the cab.
The dune buggy that is spinning out of control, spinning. You guys see the Magnemite using his magnets to attach himself to the front. You guys see that car, the dune buggy spinning, and you guys are starting to pass it, and you see the Magnemite stuck to the side, and he's spray painted gold, and it screams, "I'll see you in the eternal Pokeball!" And he just explodes with a supersonic explosion as the dune buggy also starts to explode, and I need everyone to make a Constitution saving throw.
22.
Do we get to add anything to this?
Should we roll for our
Constitution?
ladies?
Yeah, roll for your, except for the one in the cab. The one in the cab is safe.
Nice. Solid got a 13.
13.
What are the Meowths? Con, can anyone tell me that?
Mouse modifier is 0.
Okay.
13 for Charlie. And 16 for Ice.
Everyone beating 11?
Midnight did not. She got a 9.
All right, so Midnight this is a supersonic explosion from the Magnemite. She is deafened for 1 minute,
Okay.
and she takes an extra 1d6 damage from all attacks.
Okay.
She may repeat the saving throw at the end of her turns.
Cool.
And so, speaking of her, the Pidgey that landed next to her strikes after Midnight.
Did the Pidgeys make their saves?
Oh, that's a good question. They did.
Confirmed.
Don't look at his dice.
Yeah,
that
I'm
he
not used
rolls.
to having someone looking over my shoulder.
Yeah.
Usually I'm at the other
sorry.
end of the table.
They're right there in
See?
front of my face.
And I know Matt's blind as a bat, so...
Yep.
Pidgey slashes out with its talons on Midnight and says, "Traitors! Traitors!" Rolled a 16 to hit.
I assume that beats Meowth's AC. How much HP did they start with, guys?
13.
13. Okay. And she takes an extra 1d6 because of the supersonic.
She takes 11 damage.
Okay, she's down to 2.
And
Gosh, Matt, you really hate your Meowth, don't you? Getting her killed, and what are you doing?
I didn't randomly have her dancing so that to attract attention.
She used the action to dodge. She dodged like 4 attacks on her. All right, that could have been more damage to everybody else. She's the savior here. Snow is.
the El Camino launches 2 more Pidgeys at the back of your guys' truck. Or both of them, I think, flying at Machop. 14 and a 15.
Both hit.
Both do 4 slashing damage for a total of 8.
Cool.
So now there are 4 Pidgeys on the back of this truck. The buggy that was to the right had fallen back. The truck on the left had the slowpoke was knocked out and they hit a tree. Behind you, that El Camino is continuing to gain ground as if it's trying to approach ramming speed. And let's see if if it hits that spike. It definitely hits that spike, and one of its tires pops and explodes. They start to lose. Let's see if the driver starts to lose control. The driver actually manages to kind of keep a bit of control of the El Camino, but it is starting to fall back a little bit and losing some of its ability to keep up with you as its tire was ripped in shreds and popped and exploded and kind of flew off in the air to the right. You guys also notice further back in the distance, as you know, way back in the dust, you see a light silhouette of about 4 or 5 other cars and trucks and things heading towards you. But the 4 or 5 other things heading towards you are much, much farther away.
Sweet. So is it my turn? I guess?
Yes, back
Top of
to
the
Chuck.
order. All right. Ice will go up to one of the Pidgeys. Guess one that's closest to the back and scratch it.
Scratch its back.
Scratch its back. She rolled a 2 plus 2. I'm guessing was her modifier. I think that's gonna hit.
Scratch is a plus 4.
6.
Does not hit.
Oh man. All right. And then Charlie is on top of the truck like the roof of the truck, and he's just kind of like looking down at everybody, like all the chaos that's going on, all the Pidgeys and stuff flapping around. And
as you climb up, were you already on the top of the cab?
I thought it was, yeah.
Okay. So you were preoccupied fighting that dune buggy. You're preoccupied with the fight, and as you are about to spin around, you do a double take because in front of you, the whole width of the horizon and towering up like a skyscraper, you see a massive, massive dust storm that you guys are about to drive into. And it's green and gray and black and crackles with electricity and lightning. And you guys are driving straight into that storm, and there is no way around it. It's the whole width of everything you can see.
Oh, shit. Well, I will jump down, I guess. I don't want to be on the top of the truck, I guess, so I'll just jump down onto the truck bed. I'll shout, Sandstorm! And then as I do it, I'll shoot a ember, or no, yeah, I'll shoot an ember at,
Right? What is that?
What?
Isn't there a song called Sandstorm?
I have no clue.
Yeah, that one.
I was like, where are you going with this?
Yeah, everyone.
I know
knows
what
that
you're
song.
talking about.
Love that song.
Yeah, that's called
I'll
I'll
Sandstorm.
shoot I'll shoot a lava plume at a Pidgey that is not close to any, or no, I guess, yeah, it's the one farthest to the back that I
Okay.
can get on the truck bed, so.
It's kind of 3 in the back, I think.
15?
Hits.
I'll get my own die, don't worry. That is 15 fire damage.
Describe your kill. And I will remind you that Pidgeys have 3 hit points.
Oh, shoot, man, yeah.
So you annihilate this thing.
This thing just gets engulfed in flames, and then when the flames are gone, it's just like
A turkey dinner.
a cooked turkey dinner,
Perfect.
just like on
Dinner.
a plate, just ready to go.
Dinner time.
yeah,
We're
and
ready to eat.
As the flames engulf it, it also yells or squawks, "The eternal Pokeball!"
I'll stay towards the window on the truck, in the back or in the front, I guess. So.
All right. Does Ice do anything?
She scratched at a
Oh, that's right. I forgot.
one and missed.
So next up is Matt.
So Machop will take a fist and smack it into an open palm of his other hand and walk toward the Pidgey that hit Midnight and try and punch him square between the eyes.
Dit.
20.
Yeah, that hits.
I was gonna say, if you don't take care of this guy,
10 damage.
Describe your kill, sir.
Yeah, so just like a straight shot right between the eyes, right in the forehead, and I'd imagine it just kind of like rolls its eyes back in its head and just slumps down. Machop says, "Sandstorm, get inside!" And I'm gonna have Midnight disengage if she needs to, but get inside the truck or inside the front.
Robbie?
Is there any vehicles like close by us?
The closest is the El Camino, and it's losing speed. It's further and further and further behind you every second.
Mm-hmm.
Still 2 Pidgeys or 1? 2.
I believe 2 Pidgeys.
I think so too.
2 Pidgeys are left.
Yep.
Kind of feel like we want to go and like is it just there's just plains everywhere around us? Is there like a rocky area like where a cave is that we can pull into for some shelter from the sandstorm?
It's a highway in the middle of a long dead forest. It's you guys and tree stumps. Like every tree's been burned down.
All right, I attack one of the Pidgeys.
And the Kadabra is not, she does not, Psychosa does not seem to be like dodging the storm at all.
I assume she's aware of the storm.
Yeah, she's looking right at it.
I would hope so if she's driving. She's probably texting. Not paying attention.
I attack one of the Pidgeys. That's an 18. I'm pretty sure that's going to hit.
Yep.
Pretty sure just going to kill it.
What are you doing?
Hitting one of the Pidgeys.
With?
I'm biting it.
All right.
What's your damage? Just to make sure. Is there a plus on there?
It's a +5, so it's dead.
So as you're biting it and sinking your fangs into it, it yells, "Class traitor! I saw your master die!"
I bite on his head and it crushes its skull.
one more Pidgey left, right? And it's its turn.
Yeah, Snow's just going to hang out on the cab still.
So that Pidgey sees you grabbing its best friend in the whole world.
Oh, I feel bad now.
And it misses with its talons. It only got an 8 to hit. And we're back to Charlie. Chuck.
I will run up towards that Pidgey and scratch it with my claws. 13
Hits.
It's a 1 plus 3, 4 damage.
It only has 3. It's good.
You slash across its chest and feathers fly and its body spins and flies off the back of the truck, and you hear go, "Human fucker!"
Why me?
Brutal.
Thanks for sinking your teeth into Crit Sandwich. Please give us a review on iTunes or the Apple Podcast app. Please follow us on Twitter, Facebook, or email us at critsandwichpodcast@gmail.com.